Welcome to Critics Not Cynics, the podcast that tries to prove that you can be a critic without being a cynic. And we are back with our second episode of our Let's Play Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous playthrough. If you joined us for the first episode, you will know we are playing a half-orc named Garvey Loken. And in the first installment, we woke up in the town of Kenaberes and partook in a festival, and then we were rudely interrupted by the arrival of a demon. Also, hopefully you'll notice that the sound sounds a little bit better coming from the mic versus the last time. So, like I said, it's just all smoothing back into getting back into the podcast sphere here and just improving each go. So with that said, we're just going to go ahead and jump right back into it. If you want to catch the first episode, that's there's a playlist out there, and also it's our most recent video. So go check that one out first, and then come back to this one. And if you're liking the series, be sure to give us a comment, like the video, and subscribe to the channel if you want more of this type of content. I know I have some videos or some episodes of the podcast kind of down the road that I'd like to make. I'd like to discuss some recent shows. I'd like to talk about Mandalorian Season 3, Picard Season 3, and the Power Rangers 30th special, Once and Always. As those all kind of occurred last week. I'm getting this out a little bit later than I wanted to, but just again with kind of the craziness of schedules, that's why this one's a little bit delayed. But enough rambling on. Let's go ahead and get back into it here. And I want to thank everyone who watched the first episode, whether they watched all of it or just a little bit of it. That, shockingly enough, was our highest viewed video of all time. So I appreciate everyone who took the time out of their schedules to watch it. All right, here we go. So I believe when we last left off, we were going to help these interesting characters in trying to find a sword. So let's see if we can figure out where this sword is.
I am helpful, am I not?
Statue of an unknown knight. The technique... Oop, let me pull that back up. But the figure... technique is crude, but the figure was clearly crafted with genuine feeling. Judging by the style of armor, the knight is from the First Crusade, which is what our group here said they are the children of the First Crusade. So we got a copper ring. Go ahead and pick that up.
What do we have here?
What's this? Grinding stone. Merchant will pay well.
All this waiting bores me.
Well, that would be the voice of my character here. The room looks like an improvised museum or perhaps some kind of temple. Handful of gems. Can always take stuff to sell it. Some more grinding stones. Some more stuff to go ahead and sell.
What's that there?
And here we go. Let's see what we found here, folks. Day 15th, month Arudus, and I apologize if I've butchered that. Year 4715. A strange flash pierces the gloom, and Garvey Loken feels drops of searing blood run down his chest. The wound healed by Terendelev reopens and weeps scarlet, but there is no pain or weakness. A hazy scene appears, a cave chamber. This one or another one entirely? Garvey Loken's heartbeat quickens, and a stream of thoughts suddenly bursts into his mind. Thoughts that clearly belong to another. Treachery! They betrayed me. trapped me and stabbed me in the back. My trusted allies, my treasured friends, the people I swore to protect, the people for whom I descended from heaven and came to this turbulent mortal world. There they are, up ahead in the gloom of the cave. What are they waiting for? Are they afraid to draw any closer? Do they believe I am about to die from their traitorous blows? Next to me, a quiet moan, a girl with a golden braid lies on the rocks, clutching her slashed side. She refused to join with the traitors and paid dearly for it. I could have tried to run, but I will not. Whilst I still have the strength, I must. While recognizing the foreign origin of these thoughts, Garvey intuits that he can control them somehow. Let's try to heal the wounded girl. A spark of healing magic illuminates the eerie, murky scene before Garvey Loken. The wounded girl opens her eyes and whispers, "Lariel, you said that everything was going to change soon. You said you and the other warriors of heaven would be leaving us on a grand mission to stop the demons forever. Is that true?" The frenzy of foreign thoughts comes faster and faster like rushing river, and images flash by one after another. A priestess in colorful robes observing the stars, a young female paladin praying, clutching her glowing sword, a majestic golden-winged angel gazing into the distance, his face covered by a helmet but his voice ringing clear. "Only if you're willing, and only if you're ready, there is no going back." "Then don't waste your strength healing me," the girl whispers. "Your mission is more important. You take care. It is near." There, in the vision, the darkness in the cave stirs into motion. Something massive appears from within its depths. A vague shadow, an outline, a nightmare come to life. A wave of odious chirruping and rustling emanates from the shadow, the sound piercing like hot irons, lancing through flesh and bone. The traitors fall to their knees before the shadows in reverent ecstasy, and the wounded girl thrashes in her death throes. Let's see here. Will 10, but Garvey Loken is determined to fight off the illusion. Knowledge Arcana 10, but Garvey knows how to resist malign influences such as this, no matter its origin. We're going to go with Will. And we failed it. The force of this terrifying attack, though originating in a vision, is much greater than anything Garvey Loken can withstand. Crippling fatigue drags him to the ground, hands trembling cold, piercing his skull, and slowly creeping along his spine. The one who sent the vision is experiencing something similar. He is broken and exhausted. A monstrous shadow emerges from the murk of the cave. It is not real. It exists only in this strange vision or memory. But the thrill of fear it provokes is more than real. The shadow's features starkly resemble those of Discari, the terrifying demon lord. In a moment as swift as thought itself, the monster's hand is wrapped around the throat of the one they call Lario. The foolish angel struggling on the rocks, like a fly with its wings torn off, intones the shadow. Its voice changes as it moves, shifting from a quiet whispering to a sonorous shout, becoming young, then old, and quavering. "Where is your goddess, angel? Where is her self-assured herald? How is it that you are dying here alone, so far from the light of your heaven?" A strange calm envelops the thoughts of the one called Lario. He recognizes who stands before him, and he knows he will never bow down before this enemy. The flaming sword flares to life in his hand, bright, pure, flickering with multicolored sparks like a sunbeam through stained glass. Slash! The blade slices through the demonic creature's flesh, and the monster recoils with a howl, releasing his grip on Lariel's throat. The angel falls back heavily on the rocks, his vitality ebbing, but his pride remains undiminished. He grips the sword with his last burst of strength, plunges it into the rock. Garvey Loken senses the vision is fading, the rush of thoughts diminishing like a river running dry. The last thing he hears is this: "You will kill me, monster. This I know. But one day someone will come here and raise up my sword. They will raise it up and save and protect the innocent." The vision disappears, vanishing in a burst of colors. Garvey Loken does not hear the final words, but he seems to complete the thought, taking it to heart. The words fly from his lips with him. Something else, the heat blazing in Garvey Loken's chest, fades away. The edges of the scarlet wound close, leaving not even a scar behind. Looking down, Garvey Loken sees the flaming sword in his hand, or rather, its outline, the memory of what the sword looked like. With a final surge of warm and soothing light, the sword vanishes and the light is drawn into his hand. Garvey Loken senses that it will return, and all he needs to do is call it. Alright, well that was a lot of reading, so I'm going to take a little break here and drink some water.
Hey, are you alright? You were kinda glowing just now.
Alright. Seela kneels before the light, offering up a prayer to Iomade.
That was it. The light of heaven. But how?
What did you do with it? Where did it go?
I think I saw the memories of Lariel, the angel who died here.
Lariel? That really was Lariel? The angel from the legends. The ancestors even got his name right on the gravestone. The chief will be thrilled.
You. Thousands of gongs and no one's been able to touch it, and now you, an ordinary creature of flesh and blood no different to us, get the sword and start talking about visions.
Now, Wentawag, don't be a sore loser. He is clearly different from us. The sword appeared before him, along with the angel's name and all that other stuff, because he doesn't carry our mongrel taint. Heaven doesn't give a damn how special we are. We're born with evil inside us. Heaven doesn't need to know any more than that. I know you're willing to tear anyone apart to uphold our people's honor, but you and Sol, you just refuse to face the truth. We are the way we are because our ancestors' bodies were corrupted by the Abyss. It does the same thing to plants and animals. There's nothing heroic or special about it. It doesn't make us better, and it doesn't make us worthier.
You saw it too? The traitors, the dying girl?
It's only us here. Your group, you, me, Wendu, and the light of heaven that sort of got, sucked into you. Any chance you can whip it out again? We do kinda need it.
You have to buy me dinner first.
Sorry, I crack jokes when I get nervous, and when I'm upset, and when I'm happy. Anyway, what I said, it came out wrong. We need to bring you to Chief Sol. You can show everyone the light of heaven, we'll rally the tribe and go into the maze, and we'll get back our kin.
And what if he can't make it happen a second time? What then? The tribe will just say we're crazy and turn its back on us.
So this is something I don't know too much about. I know it's a big part of this game, but I haven't played enough of my other playthroughs to know exactly how this is chosen or how this impacts the story or anything. I know there are different mythic paths, and I don't know if you're limited to one or multiple, but clearly right now we're going with this angel mythic path. So it seems I can control it.
That is just... wow, I mean, that's amazing! Heaven has truly blessed you.
This power is the most majestic thing I've ever seen in all my life. Is this what the sun is like, Lan?
Yes, it's similar, but this light is more... golden? Chief Sol needs to see this. Now that we have the power of angels on our side, he can't say no. He'll have to assemble a troop to storm the maze. You Uplanders care about your kids, right? Help us save ours. Without them, we won't survive. And then, the perils of the maze won't be so bad if we go together. We'll make our way through it and find the way to Kenaberes.
Lead us to your chief, and I'll decide if I'm going to help you or not.
Let's go. We'll take the short route. Well, the only route, really.
Now what is that?
Yep, so we know about skill checks and all that. So we can go ahead and we don't really need to show the tutorial for that. So it looks like we were able to get through just fine. So let's go fight this spider here.
For me.
Go ahead.
I'll cut you wide open.
Okay, so we took care of that. I realized that Camilla here probably needs some healing. Let's dismiss spell. No, we don't want that. We don't want abilities. There. There we go.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
Alright, can I get this to go back down?
I'm losing my temper.
Alright, why won't you go away now? Alright.
Battles await.
There we go. Like I said, I do not do really well with these games because I'm just not that great with them, but I love to immerse myself in them and try to become good at them. Windwog, why are you staying back here? Get up with the rest of the group, please. Thank you. Let's fight this fly. And we also got some centipedes. Alright, nothing but nasty bugs. So, yep, since we're just kind of taking the easy route with this playthrough, I'm not going to worry too much.
You'll make a fine trophy.
We're also doing not the traditional roll combat. Alright. So, let's see. 212. Okay. But let's... And we're going to switch to that. We're going to see how we do with this. As for this... 1 base armor class, 2. So we want to go ahead and just keep that. I'm going to keep that. Okay, so for hers, that's the same. Windwog, we're going to go ahead and give you backup weapons as well. And we do not currently have a ring. Alright, I think that's what we're going to do for now. Oops, don't want to rest. Windwog glances at Lan, who is fixing his slipped bowstring, and quickly walks over to you. Her cat-like eyes glow from beneath her hood. Listen here, you. I don't know who you are or where you come from, but you and I are the only 2 people here who see things clearly. That's why I'm asking you, don't show the light of heaven to Saul. Lan is sure that the light should be shown to the mongrels. Lan, Windwog grimaces, and a guttural husky snarl unfurls her throat. He wants to play the hero. His first idea, if you remember, was to grab the sword and run headlong into the maze. Does that sound like a plan to you? To me, it sounds like suicide. The worst part is that the tribe might actually take his words to heart and follow where he leads. I thought you considered the mongrels to be great warriors. The descendants of great warriors. I believe that my people are worthy of greatness, that we are strong and can do many things. That's why we were chased down here. We scared people. But it's one thing to go hunting in the caves and another to fight in the shield maze. Windwog leans closer, her pupils dilating. I've been there. I've spent my whole life training so I can make it through all the way to the end. There were more of us trackers at the start. We were young and stupid. What's a couple of monsters when there's a whole world out there waiting for us? That's what we thought, but we weren't prepared. The maze isn't just a physical challenge. It's cunning and full of traps. It's dark as the primordial night, and if you close your eyes and listen, you hear whispers right behind you, and soft singing in the distance that seems to rise and fall with the beating of your heart. Windwog looks away. I had to learn from my friends' mistakes. I had to step over their bodies and go further. I don't want to have to do that again, and it will happen again if a crowd of ill-prepared fighters burst into the maze with no idea where they're going, all because Lan believes that a glowing sword will solve our problems. Don't you want to save the kids lost in the maze? I do want to, but I'm not going to risk the future of the tribe for the sake of a few stupid kids. Chief Saul is hesitant, and for good reason. He also understands how dangerous this is for the tribe. Lan's the only one who benefits from these childish games of heroism. I'll go alone if I have to, and find them, or whatever's left of them, without any heroics, relying only on myself, risking only my own life. Windwog slows. You and your friends, you can come with me. Perhaps we can make it to the end of the maze together, and find a way out to the surface. I'll think about it. Let's go. Windwog nods. Do not show the chief the light, and I'll lead you through the maze to the surface. I swear to it. Let's see. Here we go. And no, we don't need that. Alright, where have we found ourselves now? We have nothing to feed you. Go to one of the other tribes. Alright, so this is where their village is. Oh, I didn't see that. Camilla is lightly encumbered. I need to check her pack. Your first impression of the mongrel village is of a squalid dump with the odors to match. Unblinking, glowing eyes watch you from the gloom, and deformed shadows slope between the huts. You see some mongrels gutting white eyeless fish, while others are repairing fishing nets. All the signs of a normal village life, but tense expectation hangs in the air. Chief Saul. A heavy-set, aged mongrel slowly shuffles his way toward you. The hair on his head grows in limp, wispy strands, and his face has a distinctly rat-like appearance with pronounced teeth, and you hear a rattling sound in his chest with every breath he takes. One of his eyes is white, fully scarred by cataracts, while the other gleams with moisture. Uplanders, eh? End times are upon us, indeed. Chief Saul, we found the angel sword, and we found the one who can wield it. Lon points at you. He had a vision, and now the angel sword, together with the light of heaven, are somehow inside him. Gather the tribe, anyone who can hold a weapon. The young ones are still alive. We can go save them. Saul raises his hand with ragged, broken fingernails. Ah, Lan, always dreaming, always talking. You're too hasty for your own good. It's going to get you into trouble. Saul eyes you up and down. An uplander with the light of heaven. That's too good for us. Our kind doesn't have good things happen. There's always a catch. Lan trusts people because he likes to believe. Isn't that right, Lan? I am the chief. I don't work on faith. Show the light. Windwog stares at you intently like a cat watching a bird and shakes her head in warning. So, throughout the game, you will occasionally encounter colored options marked as associated with a specific mythic path. These are the dialogue branches that embody the spirit of a particular manifestation of mythic powers. In the earlier stages of the game, these options must be selected in order to gain the opportunity to set out on the corresponding mythic path. Okay, so it kind of sounds like you'll have more mythic paths down the road. Is there someone else from the surface here? Chief Saul points off to the side. There he is, hale and hearty and prim as a peacock, just like me. Saul laughs, but quickly returns to business. Not good. Too many uplanders. Not good. Not right. What are you up to here? You're not one of us. You're not our kind. When the time comes, we'll come to you, not you to us. I will help you find the lost mongrels in the maze, but you can quit hoping for a magical sword to appear. No, I'm not going to go with that. We're going to go with lawful, so we can go down the mythic path. Lon speaks the truth. Sorry, Windwog. The heavenly flame flares to life at your unspoken command, bright, pure, dancing with multicolored sparks. Like a sunbeam passing through stained glass, the mongrels abandon their task and stare transfixed. The light is bright, but not blinding. It is warm, but its warmth is soul deep. Saul is silent for a while. Tears are streaming down his wide, pale face, but the old man doesn't even care to wipe them away. So it's true. The angel did not forsake us. No, he came back from the dead. He came to save our children. Lon gives you a nod of thanks. The scaled half of his face is indifferent, but the human half is visibly relieved, as if he wasn't sure all this time that you would support him. Windwog hisses at you like an angry cat. See these fishermen and these hunters, these husks of men and women? Their blood will be on your hands. We have the blessing of the angels. We will survive and help the young tribesmen. Idiot! You see a bright light, and now you think the maze is no match for you? You always think the worst, Windu. We're not on our own in this anymore. We've got allies. Well, at least a couple. But one good fighter's worth 10 bad ones. You have the right of it, man. But we are nethers. We're going to wait. I sent a messenger to summon all the tribes. It will take time, yes, but they will all come. They will all come for the light. Wait, Lon. Wait, Uplanders. Rest a while in one of our huts. Our home is your home. Lon sighs. All right, Chief, understood. Let's hope that a few hours isn't the difference between life and death for those kids. If they ask me what took us so long, I'll tell them it was your decision. Windwog only grits her teeth in silence. It's about experience points. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. So we can level up now. All right. See, level up is not something I do great at, too. So do I just go to next? I mean, this is what we want anyways. So next. There we go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put another point into lore, another point into world, point into arcana, one into mobility. Okay. We're going to do uncanny dodge, I think. Or do I pick both? All right. Let's get Sela. I mean, I think pretty much it just does your party almost automatically for you. Nope. Yeah, I can't allocate points for him. Let's do rapid shot. Oh, it's okay. No, I'm gonna let it do the automatic for my party members. It's best so I don't screw up most of the builds. All right. I know that there is... At least I thought there was a merchant here somewhere. Ah, this is the Uplander. Horgus Gwyrm. Finally, someone from the surface. I was beginning to lose hope. An elderly man in expensive but not ostentatious clothes approaches you. His face is peppered with several healed cuts and bruises and twisted in an expression of extreme discontent. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Horgus Gwyrm. Yes, that Gwyrm. You no doubt have heard of me if you've spent any time at all in the city. I have a business proposition for you. Your name tells me nothing. Who are you? You truly are freshly arrived in the city, then. You couldn't have picked a worse time, that's for certain. Only just arrived, and the city's been razed to rubble. You should know that you are looking at one of the richest and most distinguished men in Kenaberes. I may not be as well known as certain swaggering loudmouths who spend their lives traipsing from one ball to the next, but Worm Trading Company is one of the pillars of the city. I'll have you know. Did you see that Marquess in the street square? I paid for those. Or Marquise. I paid for those. Tried any festival delicacies? You have Horgus Guerm to thank for that. Well, how did you end up here? For a moment, Horgus's eyes focus on Camilla before his gaze returns to you. Like everyone else, down I went when the accursed beetle cleaved the ground in twain beneath our feet. I'm lucky I didn't break my neck in the fall, and I'm double lucky that I didn't encounter any subterranean cockroaches on my blind wanderings and instead came across hunters from this settlement. Although I must say, when I first glimpsed their physiognomies, my life flashed before my very eyes, but they had turned out to be decent chaps, frightening to look at, but able to keep a bargain. What kind of business proposition? I don't know what is happening on the surface right now, but I am determined to find out. You have no intention of seeing out the rest of your days in this village, I suspect. We must find a route back to the surface to the city, if there's anything left of it. You seem to be a remarkably strong warrior, just what we need to get through these caves and past the bloodthirsty beasts that inhabit them. You are strong, it will be no trouble to you, but I, alas, am not as fit as I once was. I can't go crawling through the caves playing at scouts. My proposition is simple. Lead me back to the city and I shall pay you 1,000 gold coins. I suggest we help this man. It's good to have friends among the Kenaberes elite. I'm not going to really try any diplomacy checks, so I'm just going to go with a deal. Splendid. In the meantime, I shall sit here in the village. Well, we have to go. Go on. Don't forget our agreement. When you find the way out, be sure to tell me. All right. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure there was like a merchant over here, but... This tragedy may have not happened if you'd spent less time surveilling honest citizens and more time tracking real spies and demon worshippers. Brilliant idea. How come I didn't think of it? Now, if only the cultists would tell us they were cultists, then we wouldn't have to waste time investigating honest citizens who decide to go all cloak and dagger right under our noses. Horgus and Anevia sit some distance apart, sniping at one another in idle fashion that testifies to their long acquaintance and mutual dislike. When they notice you, they quickly fall silent. What's the bad blood between you two about? It is an old matter. Miss Tirabade here had the notion of spying on me, then of rummaging through my goods. I ask you, do I look like a cultist? Cultists don't tend to look like cultists, you know. That's kind of the whole problem. And you, Mr. Guerm, built a whole secret operation of buying and smuggling into the city. What was it? Oh yeah, magical weapons. How was I supposed to know that all that rigmarole with the middlemen was so you could anonymously donate supplies to the crusade? Don't you see, I have a reputation to uphold, one that I value most highly. Horgus Guerm is a hard-nosed businessman, not a good fairy from a tale. Yes, I care about my city. Yes, I wished to see that its defenders, my defenders, were well-fed and healthy and well-armed. But to make those donations openly was unthinkable. I might as well hang a sign outside my door welcoming in every sponger, leech, and parasite into the city. I think we're going to skip some of this here, but I appreciate your help for the crusade. No jokes, you're an alright bloke, but carrying on secret dealings in a city that's teeming with cultists is a huge pain in the backside for us lot whose job is to keep an eye on that sort of thing. Well, we have to go. Go on then, don't dilly-dally. The sooner we get out of here, the likelier we are to find some people still alive up there. Take care of yourself. And here's the merchant. You there! A tall woman with a face deformed by an enormous swelling smiles broadly at you, showing off her double row of small sharp teeth. You, from the surface, you must be tough and make it all the way here. Never thought I'd see the day. Call me Dira. Let's trade. Let's trade. Alright, bulk selling. Oh. Let's go back and add that back there. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and... Oh, we don't have enough gold for that. I'm gonna add... And... let's see. Anything else that we could sell? That's cooking. Yeah, it's gonna be just all we can do. I know she's encumbered right now.
Watch your back.
So... Ah. Um... And we're gonna drop this too. So she shouldn't be encumbered anymore. Oh, she's still up by... Why is she doing up there? Come here. Get down with the rest of us. Please. Alright. There we go. Everybody's all together. Now I just gotta figure out... I know there's... There it is. Rest. Alright, 1 second here, folks. The messenger returned. The tribes are gathering at the entrance to the maze. Our people have already gone there. I've warned Inevia and that old guy who won't even acknowledge me. Take your time. There's no rush. The most important people always show up late. Lon looks around. Everything's going to plan, but one thing's bothering me. Windwog's gone. All the tribes? So a whole army is marching on the maze then? By mongrel standards, yes. But don't be too disappointed when you see the reality. There aren't many of us who can hold a weapon, and fewer still who can do any damage with one. Well, what do you think happened to Windwog? Lon shakes his head. I don't know. She was always stubborn. Maybe she decided she could do it all on her own. I hope she comes back. We'll struggle without her, and she'll struggle without us, no matter how hard she'll try to deny it. What about Inevia and Horgus? Are we going to just leave them here? Once we've cleared the maze, the way ahead will be safe. Inevia's in no state to fight, and that Horgus guy doesn't look like he'll shift an inch unless we roll out a red carpet all the way to the exit. Still, are you sure the maze is the only way to the surface? Lan nods. There was another passage, the one I used with my dad when we left and then came back. The chief, back then, he found it and filled it in to stop anybody else going against the ancestors' wishes. And what the ancestors wanted was for everyone to go through the maze. I'm not sure of anything right now, but we don't have a choice. We can only go forward. Well, let's go on then. There's no time to lose. Let's go, but before we do, thank you. I was so happy I forgot to thank you before, but you've done something no one else has in a long time. You've given the mongrels hope. It's like we're starting to believe that we're worth something now that we have the power of the angels on our side. Lan's face grows sullen. It won't change anything, of course, but at least you'll help us save the young ones. Hopefully. Let's go through the main gate. The straight road is the shortest. Alright, folks. We'll see how much of the shield maze we can get through before we call it a day. Got a little bit of time left. Let's see what's down here. Okay, an eyeball. Alright. I gotta remember... Where do we gotta head? That's where Horgus and them are. Oh, we need to go this way. So... Can't be that way. It's gotta be this way. I think. No, not that way either. This way? No, I'm going in completely wrong direction here. I need to go here. There we go. I don't know how I missed that, but let's leave. Yeah, we're just gonna keep it with the optimal formation. Not even sure. Yeah. Alright, folks, let's get into the shield maze. Alright, Garvey with the greatsword doing pretty good. It's kind of one of the goals I wanted to go with an orc, or at least a half orc. Let's get some mongrels here. Alright, they don't like this place. Oh, this is everyone gathered together here. The tribes are gathering soon. Soon we will attack. How long can we wait? The other tribes haven't turned up yet. We're just going to have to wait for them just another while longer. Knowing so, the preparations will take the best part of the day. Let's go take a look in the maze ourselves and see what's what. That we shall. Alright, and folks, you may get annoyed with me, but I probably will check out almost every single room in here. Alright, looks like we got some
The spirits demand your blood.
cultists to fight. And everyone kind of exploded. Take that. What is the armor class on that? I think I'll be fine. Let's try to pick the lock.
I hope you appreciate this.
Okay, take that. Alright. Yeah, this is kind of like, I know in the previous episode it might have been a little dull, but this is where the game really starts to kind of open up, because it's pretty much getting past the prologue. Yep, got traps here. And I like that it automatically picks your character that has the best chance, rather than you having to sort through and try to figure out which one is the better opportunity to pick a lock and stuff. Loot. Take those scrolls. Take those scrolls, and we'll take the tome. It's just about take about everything.
Yet another obstacle.
Oh.
You are today's sacrifice.
This guy was hiding. And did not prove to be much. Come on. Extensive but slightly watered down collection of writings on the rituals and demon worship. Alright, so let's see what you had.
What do we have here?
Okay, I'm gonna try to take that. So 1 to 10. We'll hold on to it for maybe later. See what else we can do. And we're gonna take all those scrolls. Alright. So I think we've sufficiently sacked that room. Bound to find some...
From me.
What did he find? So Lon found something with this perception check, but I don't see it. Oh, excuse me there, folks.
The
Yep.
heartbeat quickens.
Let's take out these guys. Lon stares at the dead mongrel with sorrow in his eyes. Hovlin. His name was Hovlin. Did you know him? Yeah, he's not from our tribe, but we're both hunters, so we'd cross paths from time to time in the cave passages. We'd share news and leave supplies for each other. Then he just disappeared. Lan frowns. He used to talk about wanting to try his luck in the maze. I thought he was long dead. If only he had been. Why would mongrels attack us? Aren't we all on the same side? Something's wrong with them. Look, their bodies. It's like something's eating them from their inside out. Sure, maybe these guys just ate something weird or were having an off day, but I think something drove them out of their minds. Or someone. It seems like this shield maze of yours is crawling with cultists. How did they get here? I have no idea. This is my first time here, too. Maybe they fell down here the same way you did. Lon shrugs awkwardly and looks away. Windwalk comes here all the time. I'd ask her about it if she were here. Come to think of it, where is she? Let's go. This place might be even more dangerous than we thought. And there I was, hoping that we'd be the meanest things in here. Lon's laughter sounds strained. These mongrels and cultists. Now, that I did not expect. I need to find out what's going on here. The bloodstains still mar the ground. Around them, comfortable benches with pillows. Someone clearly enjoyed watching others suffer. Definitely take that. Definitely take that. And take that. Alright. And yeah, there's a room here. A couple rooms here. And we got a trap. Get the right angle here. It's leading out to here. It's leading into this room. This is yeah, okay. Now it's leading... Ah.
I hope you appreciate this.
Yes, I do. But we got another cultist here.
Did you see that?
Alright. Let's check out what's in this chest. We'll take that. It's 1 to 8, 1 to 8, 1 to 8. Yeah, I know I might be focusing on the wrong things, but I'm looking at what gives me the highest number and the best advantage at combat. And I get it that the other little instructions might be telling me, like, oh yeah, it may be that, but if this multiplier onto that multiplier... Yeah, I know. I'm too lazy.
I'm helpful, am I not?
Alright, let's see where this takes us, folks.
No, what is that?
Might as well sell it off for more gold so I can buy better armor later. Oh. Alright. Before we head further down that way, let's check out what's over here, because I think that there's more stuff, if I remember correctly. Yep.
The light take you. The inheritor guides my blood.
Yeah, this one's the... Oh, okay, I was going to say that was going to be a more difficult creature, but clearly we did just fine. I I am going to want to equip that ring. Ring of Protection. Alright. So now let's go check out what we got in this area. Just a storeroom. Nothing. Oh,
What do we have here?
a couple things now.
I am helpful. Am I not?
You are. Although I don't think Garvey liked to hear that he's not doing his fair share. Alright, let's check this area. I know my light would be better if I was carrying a torch with one of my character's hands, but... problem is, how do I use my... Oh, okay, apparently my party did not want to come with me.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
I'll cut you wide open.
Yeah, we're going to avoid that for now, folks. Well, I mean, we're going to avoid it for this playthrough, because even though we're playing on easy, it's I can't remember if I fought it prior.
The spirits demand your blood.
They will break against our resolve.
Alright, so that successfully clears out this area. We don't need that. Wouldn't hurt to have a purifying solution. Let's get everybody back into the main hall. And check out this side.
Let me draw the first blood.
Six. Okay. Light armor. Why is it stuck on her? Like, I don't want her carrying this stuff, but I don't know. It's doing what it wants to do. Okay. I think this takes us back outside. Well, not yet.
What's that there?
Ooh. Secret passage.
Found something.
I lead. You follow.
Let's make sure we don't trigger that trap.
I hope you appreciate this.
Alright. Let's check out what we found in this secret area. Looks like a secret storeroom with some potions and some gold. Some food for when we need to rest. Alright, and I think that's the door that takes us back outside. Yeah. Don't need to really worry about inspecting. Actually, this doesn't take us outside. This is what's going to take us further. But before we go further, we want to go check out some of that other stuff that we missed. I think. So I think it ends up like a dead end too. Just like I said, I kind of like to explore as much as I can of a dungeon or an area. Yeah, so it's just a small room. Although it looks like Sela's taking them all on herself right now. There we go. Reinforcements have arrived. Diary contains only one entry on the very first page. Life is shit. Well, my brethren, although the kind of brothers are they really, are having a great time up on the surface. I'm stuck down here with Hasilla, the nightmare, and the mongrel scum. To top it all off, a pipe sprung a leak and an elemental is smashing up everything in the kitchen, and Hasilla is sending it to slaughter everyone it meets in the maze's passageways. All I can do is hide in the corners, under the beds, and in the cupboards. Don't want to die. This isn't how I pictured it, serving Baphomet. This isn't how I pictured it at all. Well, I better go ahead and take that. None of that else I think is really needed. Take that, take that, take that, take that. Take that. You can sell all that for some money.
Onwards!
Alright. See, I'm trying to remember how much longer there is. Okay.
The spirits guide me. I am helpful, am I not?
Yes, you are.
No reason to pause.
Why are you guys not going through the door? There we go.
Run them!
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Judging by the corpses littered around the summoning site, the cultists did manage to summon a demon in the end. See, and this door is going to be locked. Yep. Alright. If we can get the key pretty quick, we'll keep going. So, I think it just needed to go to this side now. Well, that door seems to be locked too. Okay, I didn't think that that would be locked. Make sure I'm not missing something here. I know that this is the way we need to go, but I thought we took out everything else, so I'm kind of find it hard to believe that that store's locked as well. Why is everyone else just chilling out here? So we've clearly missed something. The only thing I know we didn't do was fight the strong enemy down here, so we may have to fight that. So we gotta find that key.
What's that there?
I am helpful, am I not?
take that. Because I think we want to take that really for her, but this wasn't the area I thought it was. Ah, this is it. Alright, we're gonna fight this thing.
Out of my way!
Hopefully we will survive. And thankfully we did. Although I don't think that this in the end is going to be anything that we needed it to be.
Move out.
Okay, so I'm just trying to think here. Where... See, I don't think it's still on him. But, I mean, we've taken out about every other cultist, so I don't know. Yeah, so it's not on him.
Head on!
We don't want a wooden fork. That ain't gonna help us in our efforts. I explored all of this. We've explored all of this. That's just gonna take us back out there. So... somewhere we're missing something. Just don't know where it is. And really, I know this is the door that takes you out to... So, where would the key be? None of these folks still have it. Alright. Not from what I'm seeing. I mean, it does almost sound like there's another cultist still around somewhere. Hang on. No, that's the same door that goes up. See if any of the cultists in here have it. Nope. Well, folks, I think since I can't find this key right away, this is probably where we're going to call it a stopping point. Because I can't think of, at the moment, where else any other of the cultists would be. I'm pretty sure we covered everybody. Hang on, actually, let me take that back. Did we not fight cultists down here? Yeah. Just trying to see if I could speed up time. I know, like, Pillars of Eternity, you can... Oh, hang on. Oh, never mind. That's just aligning the compass. Nope, that's just the dart. Yeah, I'm just not really... I know I've found the key before in my prior playthrough.
I lead. You follow.
Ah. Guess what, folks? We found it. This, however... I'm trying to... Ah. Okay, I guess I can't equip that. Alright, that's now equipped. Okay, so we've actually ended up finding it out. Uh-oh. However, Garvey is encumbered. Best thing is probably to take that off. We're going to switch back to this. And we're actually going to replace that. And we're going to put you back. And... let's see. Yeah. That should be... Okay, let's get back. I wouldn't mind finishing off this little bit of quest before... Of course, I'm still encumbered, but only lightly encumbered now. Let's try to wrap up, because I think we got a boss fight coming. Requires a key, but I thought... Oh, wait, was it talking about out here? Did it not say? But it said that it was a lever. Am I being completely obtuse here? What's this? Okay. Now, of course, now it wants to... There we go. Now I think we're on our way to actually...
Cut them to pieces!
Where we find that key finally. And there's the key. Perfect. That actually took less time than I thought it was going to. Let's get this door unlocked. Alright, let's... Yeah, before we go, let's go ahead and camp. Yeah, we understand that. So he can actually help with that. Oh, no, no, no. I want Garvey there. No. Put Garvey there. Okay, you're not doing that. Whatever.
I can feel evil lurking in you, but you act like a normal person and a good comrade.
How should I know what your goddess considers evil? Maybe I wasn't polite enough to my servants, or didn't give enough coins to beggars in the street.
Well, we failed the camouflage. Alright. Well, everyone's back at full health, so let's go on and see what's happening here. Praise Iomade. And he did. Here you are, huddled together like a herd of animals, pitiful monsters, not human or demon, even tieflings are less effective than you. But I, your master, Savamalek, can make you better, stronger. I can satisfy your hunger. Starvelings of the dark, submit to me. I'm sure I pronounced that name wrong. No, we are the descendants of crusaders. Trusting a demon would be a betrayal of their memory. Asilla. Well, who is the next descendant of crusaders who values old legends more than their life? Beasts, monsters, and human guise, reveal your true nature. This is the sweet, wholesome flesh of a righteous Aasimar. Eat, undergo, crusaders. Eat the flesh of the crusader from above. Find your true strength. You rush at the demon, but the air seems to grow thicker with every step. You feel like you're watching from underwater as you see the mongrels fall to their knees, one after another, and crawl to the Aasimar's body. You hear their fangs tearing through the flesh, you hear the sloshing of blood, you hear the form of mongrels snarl like animals, fighting over the most tender and juicy bits of meat. Your companions writhe in agony. One clutches at their head, another doubles over. You feel saliva pool in your mouth. The metallic tang awakens hunger in you. The hunger turns to rage. This winged filth dares to try to bind you to its will. It dares to tempt you with the sweet scent of meat untainted by corruption. The wretch must die. Die! And still, the clarity remains with you. Somewhere deep down beneath the veil of rage and anger, you sense the light trying to break through. We're going to seize the light hidden within us. By sheer force of will, you master your rage, and almost in response, warmth suffuses you from within. Warmth and joy from a simple realization. You can win. You can save these people. The power of heaven bolsters and guides you. Its light breaks free, and enveloping the mongrels grants them the gift of blissful oblivion. Lowering your gaze, you see a scarlet stain on your chest. The wound has reopened, and instead of blood pouring forth, you see only radiant light. Bolt of Justice. The demon convulses in pain when the light reaches him. What are you? Destroy this vermin. Hosilla points at you. He's already wounded. Windog, kill him. Windwog silently emerges from the shadows. I am no longer your slave, Hosilla, but I will gladly kill anyone who pokes their nose in where it doesn't belong.
Tear your throat out.
We thought you were our friend. O mighty Savmak, your faithful servant invokes you now. Demons, protect your mistress.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Well, are you going to finish me off? It's not exactly unexpected.
What else are we supposed to do with you? You're not just a traitor, you're a monster. The young ones believed you, and you lured them to a demon and watched them eat human flesh.
I was trying to make them strong. What have you done for them? What were you doing while I was looking for ways to bring strength to our tribe? You're useless, Lan.
I led by example. I trained. I tried to become stronger so I could go to the surface and maybe do something worthwhile with my stupidly short life. And I will do it. I might be the one to bring our whole tribe to the surface. But you? Why would you want any power that turns you into a monster? These young guys and girls, they trusted you. And they were turned into mindless animals, ready to eat corpses at a demon's command.
I went through the same ritual as them, and I didn't become an animal. I conquered my anger. The anger that has been building and building in every one of us for decades. Unlike you, I have no intention of just lying down and politely accepting death. I will rise above all this, while you'll still be stuck with your pride, chewing on rats.
I'm gonna inspect the wound on our chest. The bleeding, deep wound on your chest is gone, like it was never there in the first place. The skin is totally smooth and unmarred.
It's gone. It was just there, and now it's gone. It's gotta be some kind of demonic trickery. You need to have a cleric look at that.
If he had been marked by the Abyss, do you think some nobody priests will be able to help? No, the demons have branded this Uplander. And judging by the smell of his blood pouring from his chest, the demons will be able to find him wherever he goes. And they'll find you too, Lan.
So you've been serving Savamalek this whole time?
Better to serve a strong master than to eke out an existence in a dark hole with no hope. I am of the Neethers. Our lives are short, but we are hardier than humans. I realized a long time ago that I was capable of more than this life offered. And I follow whomever is the strongest.
I thought you were better than that. I thought you were proud of your heritage, but you're willing to crawl on your belly before anyone who's even a little bit stronger than you. You're not a mongrel. You're a cave slug. You have no understanding of the meaning of family or tribe.
Oh, so now you think you know everything about me. You're one of the best hunters in the tribe. It benefited me to ingratiate myself with you. So I acted in a way that pleased you.
Why didn't you try to stop us from going inside the maze? You knew we might uncover your secret.
Savamalek is always in need of new servants. You'd make as good a servant as anyone else, and then... once you've gone missing in the maze, not even the redoubtable Lan would have dared look for you.
But then why did you come with me to look for the sword?
So I could kill you quietly if you found it and stop you taking it to the village, you idiot. I would have told everyone that you got caught in a cave-in. But then the Uplanders showed up and I had to change my plans.
Join me, Windwog.
Oh, no. You need idiots like Lan. Do-gooders like that nice lady in her nice armor. It makes you weak. And I don't follow weak people.
The lady in the nice armor already beat you down once, and she'll do it again. You can be sure of that.
I understand why you're with them. First, you went along with Lan, a fool and a dreamer, by showing Sol the light of heaven. Then you interrupted the ritual with your so-called holy light, not even considering what that would lead to. Weak-willed fools always flock together.
But we did beat you.
Oh, so you think we're weak, Wendewog? Tell me, which of us is crawling in the dirt right now? Sucking up to strong people hasn't turned you into a conqueror. It's turned you into a pathetic piece of trash.
The final gong hasn't struck yet, Lan. But when it does, you'll regret being such a gullible fool.
Leave. I never want to see your face again, Windwog.
Do you think I like looking at you, Uplander? I'll just wait till you're asleep, and then I'll slit your throat. No matter where you are.
She's gone. But next time, she won't get away. Damn it, Wendu. Why'd you have to go and... Anyway, there's no point crying over spilt milk. Give me a couple of minutes. I'll bring the chief and the rest. I need to clear my head.
Alright, folks, once we get the opportunity to get a chance to save, we're going to call it a day. Chief Saul appears flanked by mongrels. The journey has taken its toll on him. His breath is labored, and the sweat is dripping from his bloated face. What is... Anevia gives a low whistle. Well, I'll be damned. Turns out old Holren isn't as crazy as we all thought. There really were demons down here. I should have listened and sent a patrol down here. Damn it. Horgus' lips curl in distaste, and he tries to keep his distance from the unconscious mongrels. You said you were in charge of reconnaissance for Eagle Watch, Anevia. How could you miss a nest of demons beneath Kenaberes? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, right. Like, it wasn't enough that I sniffed out after every damn shadow in the city. Everybody knows the stories about the demons living beneath the streets of Kenaberes. Those tales are as old as the Crusades themselves. I'm messed up, but you fixed my mistake, so thanks. Anevia, how's the leg? Anevia winces slightly, but forces a smile. Better than yesterday, worse than the day before. I'm not gonna die, don't worry. This place must be burned with holy flame. The place is overrun with demons, but that's not the worst part. Windwog, she's been working for the demons all this time, luring the young, strong mongrels into the maze. He nods at the unconscious mongrels. We might still be able to save these ones. They can't get any stupider, that's for sure, but they might be meaner than they were before. But I suppose all teenagers are monsters in their own way. Saul laughs, but it comes out as a rasp. Ah, Lan, don't waste words on people who don't listen to the tribe. You act a fool, you suffer the consequences. Saul gives a ragged sigh. Windwog, how could she? She deceived them and then she left. What's become of us? Chin up, Chief. The kids you rescued are safe now. The demons are gone and the traitor's been dealt with. All's well that ends well, I say. You need to look after the young mongrels. I don't know what they'll be like when they come to, but look after them, Chief. They went through something horrific today. Not everybody is capable of enduring something like that. It will change them forever. As strong as they can hunt, the rest can wait. Uplander, and you, Lan, you saved them. Only the gods can salvage their soul. But we are a tribe. We will think of something. And when they're stronger, they can go up to the surface. The time has come. It's time to get out of here. Chief, I think I'm going to lead our visitors to the surface, and I'm going to keep going. Something interesting is happening out there in the world. Maybe it's my chance to do something more useful than skinning cave rats. Saul heaves a sigh. Humph, you never were one of us. You always looked up. You think I don't see these things? Our life is not for you. You must go. But where? Where's the way out? Beats me, but the beast down here got down here somehow. Lan searches Osilla's body and shows you some papers and a key. I don't know what these documents are, but I'm sure this key will come in handy. Anevia's eyes quickly skim over the letter, and she passes it to you. Those cheeky sons of... This is all the information on the cultists in the city. Their meeting places, passwords, their secret hideouts. I think we should show this to whoever's in charge of Kenaberes right now. As soon as we get back to the surface, we'll find out what's what. All right, folks. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for joining, and like always, leave a like, share the video out, subscribe, comment, let us know what you think. Do you think this is too easy? You think it's enjoyable? Just let us know in the comments below, and we'll talk to you guys next time.